drought conditions and higher temperatures in recent years have dramatically increased the risk of wildfire in large parts of Oregon, including areas served by Emerald Peoples Utility District. The utility has taken action by working to reduce the risk of igniting fires and establishing wildfire response strategies. For many years, EPUD has partnered with its customers to keep trees from growing near power lines in the interest of public safety and to reduce outages. To protect our community against wildfire, we must also work together to remove hazardous trees and brush from areas that are most at risk. To accomplish this, trees and vegetation are divided into two categories: EPUD's responsibility and the customer's responsibility. Emerald's responsibility. EPUD's tree crews work year-round to cut back trees and limbs, remove brush, and control fast-growing vegetation. In its 550-square-mile densely forested service territory, these efforts have greatly reduced power outages and decreased the risk of fires being ignited by power lines or other utility equipment. The tree crews focus on clearing areas within the power line right-of-way, which is typically 10 feet on either side of the line. They also remove trees from outside of the right-of-way if they're in danger of falling into power lines or otherwise damaging utility equipment. Although this work is very effective in reducing outages and preventing fires, the tree crews cannot possibly clear all danger trees from outside of the right-of-way. The vast number of danger trees that exist outside of the right-of-way makes it impossible.
One of the tools we have available to us is to underground our lines, move them from an overhead service to underground. Underground service is extremely reliable. The type of cable that we put in the ground these days can last for 40 or 50 years. The downside of undergrounding service is the upfront cost, which can be up to 10 times as much as running overhead line. We are looking at it increasingly as a tool to use in highly dangerous areas that are prone to wildfire risk. For other areas where we can't move lines underground, we really need customers to help us by making sure that trees on their property are not encroaching on our right-of-ways and getting into our lines.
Customer responsibility. It's the responsibility of every homeowner or landowner to manage the trees on their property. Trees that are growing close to the home's service line or tap line, as well as dead or damaged trees that can fall and take down power lines or poles, should be removed. These types of situations are dangerous and have the potential to severely damage property, start wildfires, and even cause injury or death. Customers should contact a professional tree service to trim or remove at-risk trees. Call EPUD to arrange for the power line to be temporarily disconnected so the tree can be safely trimmed or removed. This service is available in most areas. To schedule the service, call 541-744-7492 before the disconnect is needed.
If you're planting a tree around the power lines, make sure that it does not exceed over 30 feet. And if the tree does exceed 30 feet, move it back appropriately depending on how wide it grows. We spend a lot of money trimming and removing trees under lines. If you're going to plant a tree close or under our lines, visit our website and look at the power-friendly trees.
Response strategies. To protect its customers and community against wildfire, EPUD closely monitors weather conditions and follows wildfire developments in Lane County and the surrounding areas. When emergency agencies respond to a nearby wildfire, EPUD stays in communication with the fire marshal or other key officials to get regular updates on the status of the response and the expected fire development. When necessary, EPUD is able to decrease the risk of igniting a fire by modifying the operation of its electrical system, which includes disabling reclosers and changing relay settings to increased sensitivity.
Weather is the most significant factor that affects the reliability of Emerald's transmission and distribution system. We closely monitor weather forecasts, especially for conditions like high winds, temperature extremes, snow, and freezing rain. When certain conditions are reached, such as red flag warnings, we modified the operation of the utility system so that it makes it more responsive to faults. That way, if a line does go down, the system will shut the power off more quickly, preventing a fire from starting.
From customer partnerships and communication with local fire authorities to continuous improvements on the distribution system, EPUD is committed to protecting our community against wildfire. To learn more about EPUD's tree trimming program, visit epud.org. To report an outage, log on to SmartHub from the EPUD website, use the free SmartHub app, or call us at 541-746-1583. For outage updates, energy-saving tips, and the latest utility news, follow Emerald EPUD on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
If we saw a wildfire either in our district or approaching our district, we would work with state and local authorities to ensure the safety of our customers, shutting off our equipment if need be, dispatching crews as necessary to deal with the situation.
By partnering with its customer owners, EPUD can more effectively keep trees away from power lines and protect the community against wildfire. We are more powerful together.